Hey, it's your girl Ava, and I've been waiting for this day for a really, really long time. And it's my first day on my YouTube channel, and I'm really, really excited. I really hope that you like my videos. Try and give 5, 10 thumbs up, maybe? I don't know. But today we are going to do something really, really fun. And since I know everybody on YouTube likes to do challenges, so I was thinking, why not the Tongue Twister Challenge? You heard it, the Tongue Twister Challenge. And we're gonna have to twist our tongues just like this. I'm just kidding, but this is gonna be really fun and hard. All right, so let's get right to it. First up is, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck? We're about to find out how much wood a woodchuck could chuck. And all right, here we go. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If he would chuck, he would as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. That was really like tongue twisters.
All right,
If I said that fast, that I would like. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm gonna read it off camera, and then you repeat back to me, okay?
All right, yeah.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
If a woodchuck could chuck wood?
If a woodchuck could chuck wood?
He would chuck.
He would chuck.
He would.
He would.
As much as he could.
As much as he could.
And to chuck as much wood.
And to chuck as much wood.
As a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
What?
All right, let's try this again.
Okay.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
He would as much as he could and chuck as much wood. He would.
He would.
As much as he could.
As much as he could.
And chuck.
And chuck.
As much wood.
As much wood.
As a woodchuck.
As a woodchuck.
Would.
Would.
If a woodchuck.
If a woodchuck.
Could chuck wood.
Could chuck wood. That's so confusing. It's like chuck, 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 chugga, chugga, choo, choo. It's very confusing.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck
if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck.
He would chuck.
He would.
He would.
As much as he could.
As much as he could.
And chuck as much wood.
And chuck as much wood.
As a woodchuck.
As a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Would if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
A bee just flew by.
He wanted in on our tongue twister fiasco.
I don't know where it is. It wanted to join the party.
Yeah. So now we're off to
Tongue Twister number 2. Peter Piper. All right, we're done with number 1. That was actually harder than it looked.
practice.
Okay, practice round number 1. Okay. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where are the picked peppers Peter picked? In his stomach. Answer 1, in his stomach.
All right, can you
Answer
do it
2.
faster?
A
little faster.
So hard for you guys. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where are the pickled peppers Peter picked? Ta-da! I'm amazing. Next up, she sells. She sells. I can't even say it in slow motion. This is just sad. She sells seashells by the seashore. I'm bad at this.
All right, I'll read it.
Thanks.
You repeat it.
All right.
She sells
She sells
seashells
seashells
by the seashore.
By the seashore.
The seashells
The seashells
she sells
she sells
are seashells.
are seashells.
I'm sure.
I'm sure.
So if she sells seashells, so if she sells
So if she sells
seashells
seashells
by the seashore,
by the seashore,
then I'm sure she sells
then I'm sure she sells
seashore shells.
seashore shells. Is that it?
This one is tough to get through even slow. You're right. You ready?
Even the camera
Let's
person
try
can't get
Sally
through it all.
instead of the word she. Let's substitute it for
Okay, let's go to
Sally sells shells by the seashore.
this one's easier. Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Sally's seashells she sells are seashells.
Sally's seashells.
She sells.
She sells by the seashore. Did I get it?
They're seashells, I'm sure.
They're seashells. Ah! They're seashells, I'm sure.
So if she sells
You see?
if
It's
she
confusing.
sells seashells
If
by the seashore,
she sells seashells by the seashore,
then I'm sure she sells seashore seashells. Shells.
then I'm sure she sells seashells by the
Seashore.
seashore.
Sea, like ocean, not she.
You see?
like
We're
her.
good. We
Was
should
this a success or a fail?
comment down below. Next on the Tongue Twister Challenge. It's about to get really tongue twisting. Twisters. Next up we have Betty Booter's butter. Yes, you heard it. Betty Booter's butter. Betty Booter bought some butter, but she said this butter is bitter. Bitter butter is bad is bad for batter. So she brought some bitter butter to make bitter batter better. I like this one. I think I like this one out of the best, or out of them all.
So far.
Yeah, so far my favorite. High five, Betty Booter butter.
With your bitter butter.
I do have. Imagine if like someone was eating bitter butter, and like they were like watching tongue twisters of this, and then this one popped up, and they took a bite out of the butter, and they were like, ah, and then it starts, and then it says Betty Booter bought some butter and butt cheese.
Did you just say butt cheese?
No. What are you reading?
You did just say butt cheese.
No, I didn't. That's what you said. That's what you heard. I didn't.
With
I
the
promise-
bitter butter.
I promise I did not say butt cheese. I promise you. Well, that closes the Tongue Twister Challenge. Comment down below which is your favorite tongue twister. And if you have any new tongue twisters, comment down below. And who knows, maybe you could actually put them in a video. And I'm not going to do the tongue twisters every week, but I'm going to do a tongue twister in every single video. And if you comment down below, I might do yours. Peace out. And smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you know when my new videos are coming out. And comment your name down below if you would like a shout out. And that would be it. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Peter Piper picked a peck of
Pickled?
pickled peppers.
A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked.
A peck of pickled peppers Peter picked.
Let's try it again.
All right.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickers.
A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked.
A what?
A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked.
A peck of Blooper.
We didn't even get through halfway.